I'm in Cologne and there's no way I'm leaving this city before hitting the world famous music store. They say it's the biggest one in Europe, and let's see if that's true. You can see what they show in each floor, and 4 floors, about 5,500 square meters. Square meters. More than 100 staff, and it's like a small village. First thing you see inside, a classic red car. I have no idea why a music store needs a car, but somehow it fits. Right across from it, there's a small museum part, old instruments, old gear from old bands and musicians basically. And this company started back in 1972, so they have a lot of stories to tell. This building though is newer than you think. It's opened in 2011, so built just for this. There you go. This is so cool. They have all my favorite bands: AC/DC, Scorpions, from Queen, and there's many more, but those are the ones that I supported first. Okay, here's Joy Satriani, Brian May. What else do we have? Prince and Shakira. I'm looking if there's anything related to Scorpions. Ah, there you go. So this is the ground floor. Guitars, big guitars, small guitars, thin ones, thick ones, colorful ones, guitars everywhere. And the best part, you can just pick one up and play. Okay, this one was a bad attempt. In my defense, they need some tuning. But it's not just guitars, pianos, keyboards, flutes, saxophone, French horns. If it makes a sound, it's probably here. That's why they call it the biggest. That sucks, huh? That was only the first floor. Now we are on the second floor, and there we can see electric guitars. There's all sorts of different bass guitars, even this with a rubber string. So as you can see on the second floor, there's electric guitars, bass guitars, all sorts of guitars, and there's the cafe I showed you a few seconds ago, and it looks like it came straight from a 60s American diner, and honestly changed the whole feeling of this floor, right? You're not shopping here anymore, you can just come here to hang out. It's an amazing cafe, it's open to everyone, but just don't forget to bring some cash because they only accept cash. I look a little weird because every time my camera sees my hand it stops recording. I'm not playing, so it doesn't do gesture control. This is actually quite interesting. Musician's keyboard. We are going up to the final floor, right? It's the final floor, and we are seeing Muhammad Ali. So this is the final top floor. There are synthesizers, there are some mix of everything essentially. And my highlights from this floor are the drums, drum kits, they look amazing. They look shiny. They look pricey as well, but if I knew my neighbors wouldn't complain, I'll probably get this red one. Maybe not after seeing the prices. Beautiful, beautiful floor. I think this is one of my favorites. You might just say, you know, there's only 4 floors, so fair enough. I didn't dare to play any of the drum sets over here because I think they've got a studio back there if you want to play drums, not right in there, otherwise it will be just too loud. And before I exit, I just sat down under this huge guitar where I started. Basically, they've got a big guitar and there's a sofa underneath, and I just sat down there posing, just saying goodbye to the place. Okay, time for an evaluation. I have finished the video. My dog is actually snoring in the background and I don't want to wake her up, so hopefully you can't hear her. I'll try to reduce the background noise as much as possible, but anyways. So the music store was absolutely amazing. I loved it, right? I felt like a kid in a playground, and it's maybe partially because I really enjoy playing instruments and being around there. It's like bookstores and that sort of stuff. I really love it. Even if you don't play an instrument, I would definitely recommend you to go and visit there, because you'll realize, like, you just go for that 10 minutes and you'll just realize how quickly 2 hours passes in there, right? And I don't know why my camera is doing active tracking. Let me stop that one.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
It's not on anymore. Okay, I'm sure I'm there.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
Okay, so what was quite funny for me, that I actually realized this when I was leaving there. The music store, so located in somewhere called Istanbulstraße, which is Istanbul Street. This is where I grew up, not in Cologne, but in Istanbul. Yes, I grew up in Istanbul in a street that's called Istanbul Street. I know it can be weird, but you know, there's London Road in London, I guess, so it's not that weird. And the strange part was that I haven't seen a single Turkish person in that store or heard any single Turkish person. But then I realized, actually, while editing this video, I heard someone speaking Turkish in the background. To my Turkish followers, if you can spot that moment, 10 points. But if you can't, it's fine. That means you're actually focusing on me, so thank you very much. If you want to visit there, which I recommend 100%, the store is in Cologne-Kalk. I'll put it in here as a subtitle, on the other side of the river, basically. And now I'm realizing that depends on which side of the river you are at. So I'm assuming you would be visiting Cologne Cathedral, you'll be doing all those touristy bits, chocolate museum and everything. So you would need to cross the river, and it's either like a half an hour walk, or you can just take a taxi, or public transport works real well as well. One thing to bear in mind is that the store is closed on Sundays, and take cash with you. That's really important, because if you want to grab a drink at the cafe, you'll struggle, you won't be able to pay by card. At least for now. Maybe they'll improve it in the upcoming years. And a few last things about this place. It's still a family business, more than 50 years and still family business. I think it's really impressive, and it's the most visited music store in Europe. After today, I think I understand why. Crazy part, the shop you saw is actually the small half. So behind it, there's a huge automated warehouse, more than 15,000 square meters. And now I'm enjoying this moment because I'm impressed by myself how easily I said square meters. And 4 floors, about 5,500 square meters. And one of my favorite facts, you can research deeper into this one as well. In 2013, this music store bought shares in an airline, a real airline essentially. So they've flown world famous musicians to their shows. I think it's quite impressive as well. And like I said, even if you don't play an instrument, this place is really fun. Just go check it out. Maybe you can get like some unique souvenirs from there too. So that's the music store in Cologne. That's the biggest music store in Europe. If you like this content, please support me by sharing, subscribing, and liking this video, and you can comment as well. I'll see you in the next one.